Hello and welcome. I, Larissa Waz, am back to take you on a tour on the ongoing celebration of Lights, Camera, Action at the 54th edition of IFFI. Once again, let's see what happened on the day 2 across the IFFI venues in the state. No festival is complete without its delegates or visitors. Team Herald spoke to several delegates and visitors who are attending this edition of Film Masti. Spanning diverse ages, these delegates share a common passion for cinema, making this festival a melting pot of varied experiences and perspectives. Among the attendees are numerous first-time visitors eager to immerse themselves in the cinematic marvels showcased at the festival. While there are some who attend this festival each year, the delegate expressed her primary goal as actively participating in the festival and highlighted how the event has introduced her to numerous like-minded film enthusiasts.
I am Goduri Roy. I'm coming from Ahmedabad. So we are studying film and video communication at National Institute of Design. And this is my first time here in a large international film festival with so much exposure that we get into different genres of films, that the independent artists, that the already established artists. So what really happened is that when I was a teenager, I started watching films. And then I realized that so much of my story I see through other people. So it's a way that I can relate to a lot of people. So it's something very personal to me. And then eventually I thought maybe I'll take it up as a profession where I can tell my own stories, I can tell my community stories to the world. I've been primarily interested in films, and that is definitely facilitated by me watching films of other people. So this is my first day here right now. I mean, I have come here with a lot of expectations. I haven't watched a screening yet. I have one at 1:40. I know a lot of filmmakers that I have worked with in college who have decided on the films that are going to be screened. So one of them is Mahesh. I was willing, where is he? I was just about to go and meet him and talk to him about it. I did meet a few actresses on the plane while I was coming here. So the excitement has been building up for a long time right now. And now that I'm finally here.
Okay, so
yeah, I would like that. I would like my film to be here one day. Sure.
Okay.
So our primary motivation as a whole batch, we are here, is to be as involved with the film festival. So we are not really thinking of other things primarily, but obviously because we cannot go to multiple screenings one after the other, there are different locations going on. We are going around the city.
How do you see this?
So yesterday when I came, I was there at the main gate. So I collected my delegate pass and everything. I didn't know how it would look inside, but it's very overwhelmingly good. Like, I'm seeing so many people, like, as passionate as me trying to look at the films. I'm going to different stalls who have different sections, different eras of films presenting it to us. It's very interesting.
So you are...
Well, I am myself coming to a huge festival first time. But people do have different motivations regarding that. But what I would say is that watch as many films as you can, because this is the big screen. Obviously we know the films, we have the list of it, we can watch it on YouTube anytime. But watching it with a group of people who are just as passionate with you, not in isolation in your own room where you're looking at a YouTube video.
मैं बहुत बार अटेंड किया, मैं फिल्म मेकर हूँ तो यूपी तो बहुत बार अटेंड किया हूँ. मेरी फिल्म्स भी यहाँ पे दिखाई गए हैं, सिलेक्शन हुए हैं, और अभी मैं जूरी का चेयरमैन हूँ नॉन फीचर फिल्म सेक्शन का, इंडियन पैनोरामा का. यूपी तो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट फेस्टिवल है इंडिया में, क्योंकि फिल्म फेस्टिवल, क्योंकि ये गवर्नमेंट का एक प्रयास है, चेष्टा है, कोशिश है कि अच्छी फिल्म्स का प्रमोशन हो, लोग अच्छी फिल्म देखें ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड, और ऑल ओवर इंडिया से जो फिल्म्स होती हैं, अच्छी फिल्में एक साल में बनती हैं, उनको दिखाने की गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से एक प्रयास है कि अच्छी फिल्मों का प्रसार हो और लोगों को एप्रिसिएशन हो गुड सिनेमा का।
ओके, आपकी कौन सी फिल्म का ये था प्रीमियर? अभी प्रीमियर हुआ आपका?
ये इंडियन पैनोरामा का अभी ओपनिंग हुआ है। उसमें जो नॉन फीचर फिल्म सेक्शन है उसका जूरी का चेयरमैन मैं हूँ।
ओके, आपका नाम क्या है?
मेरा नाम अरविंद सिन्हा है।
ओके,
आपका बुक में वो भी मिल जाएगा।
मिल जाएगा।
How many years you are attending this?
So I actually with IFFI I am for the first time.
Okay. How exciting!
This is really exciting because it's become a big festival of cultural festival of India.
Okay.
So it's very interesting, and we are from all parts of the India. People are coming to see the films and all that.
So which movie you are favorite or which actor you are favorite?
So I'm looking for some Brazilian or Afghan directors.
Okay.
The real life they are telling is in a very different way, different mood, and different style, when compared to Indian cinema, the storytelling is very different.
Okay. What expectation you have for this IFFI?
It's a full expectation, big expectation there because this is a rare opportunity to see international films because you can see international films elsewhere. You can go to a theatre, local theatre, and see an international film. So it's a very rare opportunity to come over here and see the films.
What you looking forward?
So actually I am coming from Kerala. There is a very rich cinema industry is there, and we have this international film festival in Kerala in Trivandrum, and it's going to happen. So the spillover cinemas from here will come over there and because so the film industry is the narration is narrating film the genre, the different styles there, and so it's changing time with time. It's not because Indian cinema is somewhere located somewhere fixed on certain themes and all that, but international filmmakers are making very different narrations and different storytelling about life and miseries of people.
This year's opening film is Catching Dust, directed by Stuart Gatt, the award-winning British filmmaker of mixed Asian heritage. This movie is about how, in the isolation of Texas, Big Bend, a Kong trailer on an abandoned commune has become the reluctant hideout for Jean and her criminal husband Clyde. Watch the entire cast and the crew speaking about this film at this IFFI.
A lot, and I've realised that there's two ways, I think, as a writer, that I've developed stories, and there's some ideas that you move towards. Like some of my short films dealt with political issues, and it felt like issues that I wanted to step into. But sometimes ideas come to you, and I feel like with Catching Dust, it was an idea that came to me. I'm a daydreamer, and I'd always had visions of a trailer in the middle of the desert. I don't know where they came from. I don't know why I was getting them. But I became, some ideas you become more curious about, and some ideas stick with you more, and soon you become obsessed about that image, and then you fill in a story. Who might live there, why they're there, what's the worst thing that can happen to them, and soon you have a script and you feel compelled to tell the story.
So I produced Stuart's last short film. I'd come on board with that, and we had a very good working relationship. I read the script shortly after that for what was to become Catching Dust, and I was just drawn in by the characters. They were so well developed, and I could really imagine them being on the page. And what's so exciting about being here is seeing that journey come to life from having read the script and talked about it at our very first discussion of this story to now seeing it living and breathing and being shared with audiences and with all of you. It's been an amazing journey. We thank IFFI for hosting us.
Okay. Thank you, Mark. And Katz, if you want to say a few lines.
Yeah, sure. It's nice to see everybody. So I got involved in the film because I've been producing films for a long time, and I know Mark, and Mark brought me the script, and I really enjoyed it. And I thought, okay, I could see it all coming together, and I thought it was very strong. And it's very exciting as a producer when you have the opportunity to produce somebody's debut film. and at the very start of their feature career. So when I saw that the script was so good, I knew we'd be able to get good talent on, and we were able to cast it with some amazing actors who are, in very big TV shows. Like Erin Moriarty's on Amazon's The Boys, which is Amazon's biggest series, and Jai Courtney is in the Terminator movies and Suicide Squad. These are big folks, and to get them to, an independent film is a real testament to Stewart's skill as a writer and the confidence that he instilled in them as a director. So that's.
In a candid conversation at the International Film Festival of India, 54th edition, the director of Catching Dust shared insights into his Indian heritage, filmmaking journey and the unique challenges faced during the creation of his directorial debut. The director, whose mother hails from Bangalore, expressed a deep connection to his Indian roots, even though it was his first visit back to the country. Recounting his childhood in a small mining town, KGF, the director, mentioned the distinctive Indian household ambience he experienced, resonating with a broader Indian community in the UK. Watch this special interview.
Can you tell us a bit about that? Your mom's from
Yeah, so my mum was born in Bangalore. She was born in a small mining town, KGF. They made a film about it. But at the time, my grandparents left and came to the UK when she was very young. And but we still, even though this is my first time coming back, we still felt like a very Indian household, and we were part of a much bigger Indian community in London. I don't know how much awareness you have here in India, but in the UK, in London, in the UK, it's like so many of us. So you always feel like you're connected to the motherland, even though you don't live there. And that's been an important part of my identity. Actually, my dad left when I was very young, so my mum raised me. I grew up in an Indian household, and I came out looking very white. My brother and my cousins don't look like me. But yeah, so I feel part of that, very much part of the community. And coming back here, it feels like home. It's very difficult to describe.
And Catching Dust has been to many festivals, 3 big headlining festivals in a year. How does that feel?
Incredible. You make a film in a vacuum in a way. I learned actually recently that as a filmmaker, you just have to have complete confidence in your own choices. You can't make films hoping someone else might think this or think that. You have to let your instinct drive you, and then hope that once it's done, that people will respond to it. And to have, yeah, you're right. I was saying it to my producers last night when we were at dinner. It's so surreal that the film has had the reception that it has, and it feels really humbling, honestly.
And it is your directorial debut.
Yeah.
Feature film, so
Yeah.
that makes it even more special.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Yeah, it's really crazy.
And your earlier short films were based on very serious themes, actually. And how did you make the shift to a more humane and psychological kind of?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a director who can be very versatile, actually. And although the films topically are very different, there's core themes of universal human struggle that runs throughout all of them. And I'd like to think all my films will have that. So even though, yeah, on the surface they feel very different, they're probably more connected than it seems from the outside.
And you found it difficult to get a location because you wanted a desert area and all. And even though the story is based in Texas, you'll have to scout different places. How did you land up in Canary Island?
Yeah, so we scouted the Big Bend, Texas, where the film's set, and we scouted other parts of the western part of America. It was surprising how difficult it was to find what we needed. It existed, it was everywhere. The problem is America's very protected. It's not a problem, that's a good thing. American land is very protected. And the problem from a filming perspective was that the most beautiful places always were the ones that were the most protected, and you couldn't do the kind of things you needed to do from a filming sense. And then the Canary Islands came up, was the producers brought it up to me because a lot of films were shooting there. I couldn't understand how it could work. And they sent me to go scouting. I was shocked at how amazing it was. And we were able to get full 360-degree views. We had enough control over the land to do what we needed to do without damaging it. And it just worked perfectly. I was shocked at how much it looked like West Texas.
And you must be having a lot of patience, because nowadays with these quick reels and everything, data is so easy to access. But you shot in a 35 mm and then you had to have the patience to go back and see it all over again. So how was that whole experience?
Yeah, it's kind of scary. You do realize that that social media has made and the streamers have allowed our focus and concentration to be minuscule. But as a filmmaker, you kind of just have to make the films that you want to make. I think that actually, in a way, films like this are an antidote to the 30-second bites. I think we need everything, and I think it just falls within part of that spectrum.
And you have big actors in your film, you know, people who have done films for Marvel and for DC. So how was it bringing them to this kind of a setup?
It was amazing. I mean, I knew. I mean, they've done a lot of films outside of the stuff that most people know them for. I knew the ability they had, and I think that, you know, they really responded to the script in a way that was incredible. I mean, they gave so much to this film. It was amazing, and I had a lot of trust in them, and they had a lot of trust in me, which I was very grateful for, because they didn't need to do that. I was a first-time filmmaker, but I think they showed how incredible they are outside of the work which they do, which is incredible, but they showed a completely different side to them, and in a way that I think will be quite exciting for audiences.
You've grown up with a lot of Indian culture around you. Did you watch a lot of Bollywood movies?
Bollywood, I've got to be honest, like Bollywood was, I grew up with more like, say, Satyajit Ray, because it's more like my style of filmmaking. I love Bollywood, but he was someone that I studied a lot, actually, just watching as a filmmaker, and he's one of the greatest filmmakers ever. And he really spoke to me. So yeah, to be honest, I don't watch a lot of modern cinema no matter where it's from, actually. I'm someone who would rather watch a Satyajit Ray film 300 times than watch some modern thing that's not very good, you know. Yeah. I'm definitely more someone who's obsessed with the classics than.
And how long are you here in Goa?
Goa for another 2 days. Actually, no, I leave tomorrow and then I go to Bangalore to visit my mum's hometown. First time, yeah.
Are you taking a lot of stories back from India?
Oh, of course.
Anything that you translated to a film?
Maybe not now, but I would love to make films here. Honestly, I would. We'll see how things develop, but I would honestly love to make films here. And I've made films like about the Asian diaspora in the UK. I would love to do that here. Yeah.
There's a lot of awareness about Indian films and all, I think, even in the UK.
Oh, massively. It's huge. It's so difficult to understand without being there, but like when Indians go somewhere, like the culture is very much alive, like in every way, cinema, food, just who we are, our nature, you know, that family, community kind of thing, the respect and stuff is very much alive and kicking.
What is a future for the film? Are you planning to take it around for more festivals or
Say again, sorry?
going to the screens?
This Catching Dust? Yeah, we'll know the next step for it soon. It may be another festival, but we'll find out soon. It's more a question for the producers, but yeah, right now the focus is IFFI.
And are you watching a lot of movies at IFFI?
I will, yeah, there's so many to watch. Yeah, I'm going to try and watch as many as I can when I'm here. Yeah.
In a momentous event, Union Minister for Information and Broadcast Anurag Thakur inaugurated the 3rd edition of 75 Creative Minds at IFFI54 on Tuesday. This initiative signifies the commencement of an exciting cinematic journey aiming to nurture the creative prowess of talented youngsters.
On the stage, speaking to the 75 creative minds of tomorrow, 10 years down the line, and I'm sure they're going to learn from your experiences what you have gone through. I would like to share another instance of a winner of the last year edition, making us proud. Bhaskar Viswanathan, in collaboration with another editor, has edited one of the films selected for the Indian Panorama non-feature film section this year. Another winner of the last edition, Digantra Bose, had edited a non-feature film in the same category. Now that is truly inspiring. It gives me immense joy that you all are truly seizing the opportunities that 75 Creative Minds of Tomorrow provides. I would like to emphasize that the Government of India is committed to employment generation, boosting the creative or the creators' economy, mentoring outstanding artists, encouraging youngsters to achieve cinematic excellence, and in that, the stories of talented individuals like Akshita, Avinash, Namrita, Subarna, Bhaskar, Digantra, among several others, are really assuring. Now this 75 creative minds of tomorrow, they come from places which most of you may not have heard the names, Jagatpur or Sadarpur ही है ना भाई, सरदारपुर, क्योंकि यहाँ पे बार बार सदरपुर लिखा, मैं क्या मध्य प्रदेश में सरदारपुर तो था, ये सदरपुर क्यों लिखा हुआ है? तो सरदारपुर है, जगत सिंहपुर है और विष्णुपुर है। तो मणिपुर, उड़ीसा और मध्य प्रदेश के उन क्षेत्रों से जहां फिल्म देखने वाले तो होंगे, बनाने वाले नहीं थे, आज वहां से फिल्में बनाने वाले भी मिल गए हैं। 48 आवर चैलेंज आपके लिए मिलने वाला है, जो शॉर्ट्स टीवी की ओर से है। 15 में से कोई एक टीम जीतने वाली है, और मैं I have to say it in English. I would like to thank Mr. Carter Pilcher for his continuous support year after year, and I'm sure this Shorts TV collaboration with the NFDC is going to give a lot of opportunities to these youngsters to try their first hand with the 48-hour challenge, and I'm sure they're going to impress you and the other members for that. Let me in the end thank Mr. John Goldwater, who have come all the way. I know coming from US it will take a good 20 to 24 hours to reach here, but I'm sure it's worth coming here. One of the largest film markets in the world. We are the 5th largest in the media and entertainment. We are the first, large numbers of, maximum number of movies are made in India. And I'm sure the kind of collaborations we are looking at, and thank you Netflix. I could see Ambika ji sitting there with her team for the partnership and bringing the good names on board. I think the big asset for us is the collaboration with houses like Netflix, Zee, Amazon and others who come on board and provide these young talented creators to try their hand, learn more.
Everyone is always excited to meet their favorite movie stars and famous celebrities. Today, Team Herald met Bollywood superstar Sara Ali Khan, who spoke about the evolution and the future of the Indian film industry. She also spoke how Goa has become one of the most important locations for shooting.
नमस्ते, सारा पहली बार एक हीरोइन फिल्म की हीरो बन रही है, कैसा लगता है, कैसा फीलिंग आ रहा है? मैम मुझे पता नहीं अगर ये पहली बार है या नहीं, लेकिन मुझे ये ज़रूर लग रहा है कि बहुत ज़रूरी है कि ऐसी कहानियाँ दर्शाई जाएँ, लोगों को ये देखने का मौका मिले। मुझे सच में लगता है कि ये है इंडियन फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल पर आधारित, पर ये एक ऐसी कहानी है जो टाइमलेस कहानी है। आज की भी जो जनरेशन हैं इसमें से प्रेरणा उम्मीद है कि ढूंढ पाएंगी, क्योंकि क्या होता है ना, ये जो एक फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल हमारा 1947 में हमें आज़ादी मिल गई थी, लेकिन उसके बाद भी हर रोज़ कहीं ना कहीं एज अ वुमन, एज एन इंडियन, एज अ गर्ल, एज अ चाइल्ड, एज एन एक्टर, हर कोई स्ट्रगल करता रहता है कैसे अपनी आवाज़ को बुलंद रखें, कैसे उस स्ट्रगल में अपने आप को स्ट्रॉन्ग रखें और अपने अंदर ही वो प्रेरणा ढूंढें। हमारी फिल्म ये दर्शाती है।
So Sara, what do you feel about the unique role what you are playing? Because the roles which you have played before are much different than what this is.
See, so I'm an actor. Yes. I think that it's very important that I embrace versatility. It's very important that I do different kinds of work. मैं एक हिस्ट्री स्टूडेंट भी हूँ, अभी टाइम ट्रैवल तो हो नहीं सकता, मैं कैसे जाऊँगी क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट के समय और वो इमोशंस जी पाऊँगी जो एक सरलता थी लेकिन फिर भी एक दृढ़ता भी थी। You know, there was such a determination, there was so much focus, so much love, देश प्रेमी, patriotism, ये सब कुछ जीने का मौका इस फिल्म के जरिए ही मिला है मुझे.
What is that learning to you from this film?
The fact that strength does not only come in the form of biceps. Strength comes in the form of inner fortitude and the ability to never stop in the face of adversities and keep your voice loud and keep your head proud. And if your voice actually has reason, it doesn't even need loudness. So I correct myself. Just keeping your head high should be enough. And we are Indians and we should always remember that and not take the sacrifices of so many people for granted.
No event or festival is complete without its music and entertainment. Watch this special Goan band who was performing at the IFFI venue in Panjim. Well, that's all we have in today's special edition. I will see you back tomorrow once again, where we will take you on a tour of another day of this IFFI.